Moments in History. Freedom Interactive TV Networks Association presents. Did you ever ask yourself why Bill and Hillary decided to focus their entire careers on running for president? I thought about that, and what occurred to me is this is a way to actually win the lottery without having to buy a ticket. If you take a look at their backgrounds, it's not that odd a thought. Think about it as you watch this short presentation. Hillary tried for absolute control of Americans' health care. That's a big bite. Yes, that's what she did. In 1993, Hillary mandated no transportable health care, no alternatives, no dental care, no pre-existing conditions, no payment means no health care. It could have been very different. Hillary could have given Americans a free market healthcare system, Compra Healthcare, now called Health Portal, but she didn't. What she tried, she failed to do, thank goodness for the rest of us. Health Portal and Compra Healthcare both use percentage as you earn, pay, mutual medical fine insurance. So you always have health care. Compare Health Portal with other health plans. Better for all of us, rich and poor alike. The Task Force on Healthcare Reform, 396 consultants with Hillary, asked Congress for the Health Care Security Act of 1993. Hillary Care, did you feel secure? Complete control of Americans' health care for Hillary. Did you ever wonder how the Clintons won? Roll back the clock to mid-March 1992. Bill and Hillary Clinton were down to $50,000 in their campaign account, confronting packing up to return to Arkansas. Bill might have been looking forward to returning to his previous daily routine. Brock Davignon and his phone voter TV team were determined to give Americans a greater voice in government. Brock founded Phone Voter January 21st, 1992, for that purpose. The 1992 Phone Voter team had a purpose, and the purpose was to give each American a voice in their government. That was it. They had no other agenda. Phone Voter TV Network offered participation in the presidential candidate debate tournament to all of the 64 candidates running for president in 1992. It would be college debate rules, rounds of hour-long debates to be rebroadcast with cumulative tallies and audience questions in a nationwide electronic town hall telepoll. Nearly broke and desperate for a way to win the election, evade erupting scandals, and avoid returning to Arkansas, Bill Clinton and media consultant Frank Greer contacted Brock at Phone Voter headquarters. Clinton knew three candidates were surging in the polls: Jerry Brown, Pat Buchanan, Ross Perot, and all three of them were phone voter clients. He knew exactly what he was doing when he called. What would Bill do to surge in the polls when he was without funds? How could he limit his need to answer questions of substance live. Jerry Brown was closing in on him. After reading the phone voter proposals carefully, Bill, aka Charles Marcus, and Frank Greer realized they needed to evade all phone voter TV network programs. These let voters call in and figure out what the candidate would do if elected. The Clinton message was designed to allow voters to project their own hopes and dreams on Bill. After hours of consulting services from Brock, Marcus and Greer learned what they needed was satellite distribution. But this was beyond their budget unless they used phone voter TV satellite time. A satellite uplink truck offered Clinton the ability to edit video from glad handing in diners and speaking in local town halls, sending only Clinton's greatest hits to news directors nationwide. Clinton could evade participation. They knew Brock could get them the last satellite uplink truck available in the entire country for $35,000 a month. But phone voter would expect participation. When Brock told them $15,000 was needed to contact news directors so they could get the Clinton feed, Marcus said they needed it for gas. Brock assured them the donations would flow in and pay for that gas. Brock sent the rental agreement. They promised to get back to him. Instead, they found a way to rent the uplink truck going around him. Marcus and Greer vanished. Brock was told by a contact at Keystone that they had been cut out. The rest is history. Was Brock annoyed? Of course, who wouldn't be? But when the issue of health care was raised, he decided to put his annoyance aside and share with Hillary the free market plan he had been researching for 2 decades to ensure everyone had health care. The experts and activists Brock had sought out came from every point of the spectrum. What they had in common was a concern for the well-being of people and our world. Every one of the endorsers of Compra Healthcare was an expert, a respected individual who had demonstrated good character in their lives. You know some of the people that you're seeing there, and you respect them. These are the people who looked at what was possible and said, yes, this is what we need. And Hillary said, no, it's not what she needs. Brock arranged to have his proposal for Compra Health Care hand-delivered to Hillary by some of the experts who had endorsed the use of percentage as you earn and its use for health care. William H. Donaldson was chairman of the New York Stock Exchange. Did he understand economics? You bet he did. Donaldson liked the Compra-Care Corporation prospectus as endorsed by former Secretary of the Treasury, his close friend, William E. Simon Sr. Simon said, "This is the best thing I've heard of since God, Mother, and apple pie." Donaldson told Brock he would volunteer to be the courier who would bring the medical fine insurance as a topic and the prospectus to the Clinton Economic Summit and deliver it to Vernon Jordan, who also had endorsed it in 1970. Jordan told Donaldson he would deliver it to Bill Clinton, and he did. Vernon Jordan was Bill Clinton's attorney. He thought it was a great idea, too. Vernon accepted the pay plan from William and told him he would hand deliver it. Vernon did not fail us. Vernon handed the plan to Bill. Bill delivered the pay plan to Hillary. Hillary was in charge. In January 1993, Hillary trashed the plan. And here is what was happening in the background. Etienne Davignon, an early vice chancellor of the European Union, president of Social Responsibility Europe and the host of the last 8 Bilderberger meetings, immediately had Keystone Satellite Communications purchased by France Telecom at 10 times its worth to stop phone voter. The price paid was $100 million. Brock learned from the general manager of Keystone, Dave Hansford, phone voter was the reason the buyout occurred. Etienne was chagrined to learn there was no contract with Brock or phone voter that would allow him to stop them. In 1993, the GOP and Dems started their Presidential Debate Commission to exclude third-party candidates and independents. Bush interests made sure no viable GOP candidacy would happen in 1996, clearing the way for Bush W. in 2000. They had 2 agents in the field handling what they needed done. One was John Fund, the other was Mike Murphy. John Fund put out the lie McCain had a black love child just before Super Tuesday in the South. Outraged, McCain hunted Fund down at the Wall Street Journal and chased him under his desk. Mike Murphy, McCain's media consultant, who kept John McCain from using phone voter and satellite, went on to a further career as a talking head on television, which it appeared Fund orchestrated. And now you know what was really going on in 1992. Today it is 35 years later. Are you ready to be interactive? Have a voice for yourself and give everyone the freedom to choose? Presidential candidates debate tournaments. We need them. We need them desperately. Americans need voices and real choices. Imagine participating, being able to ask questions and get answers. Make suggestions. See your ideas scroll across the screen and have people understand that there are solutions out there. Find others determined to solve our problems. Come together to make it happen. Organize locally. Understand every and all candidates before they are elected. Together, we can solve every problem. Together. The future is in your hands right now. Think about that. Visit phonevoter.us and look at what we have made available to you. Health Portal. This is your door to health. You can become healthier. You don't necessarily have to accept disabilities that you thought were permanent. There are solutions. Go take a look and understand what health can have in store for you and your family. Visit Freedom Interactive Networks. That's where Health Portal, the show, will be appearing, and you can find out about what other things are being done and how people are healing. And that's only one of the things you're going to be able to find out about. You're going to be able to interact, to share your own experiences, hear from others, and also experience the sympathy that we feel toward each other when we know how tough it's been. And that too is healing. And for 2020, over 400 candidates have filed for president. Over 400. The debates will start January 2019. It's going to take some time for them to go through the 3 rounds of one-on-one debates so that we really know them. And during that time, you are encouraged to research them, to ask questions, and to find out exactly who they are and share that with others. We need phone voter television today. We need it so much. These are some of the tools that we have ready for you to use. And also, let's always remember that we need to interact for sustainability in all parts of our world. And we need to interact with each other with love and kindness and consideration. Contact us at freedomi.tv. We're here. We're ready to listen, and we're ready to begin the dialogue. So stop by and say hi.